I'm Kasey, this is Julio, we're Soul Homestead, and this is Hot Ones, the show with hot wings and even hotter questions. So Julio's in the hot seat tonight, and I'm going to be interviewing him about his life in the tech industry, as a dad, and as a small-time homesteader and alpaca farmer. So let's get started. So what do we have first?
The classic hot sauce, chili maple. That sounds nice.
We are very nervous.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Go. Take one.
These are cauliflower wings. That's nice. I could eat that whole thing.
I did.
So, we're new at this. We've only had the homestead for about 2 years. Are there parts of homesteading you would like to develop more?
Parts of homesteading I want to develop more. There are some small things that I'd like to adjust over time. We picked a great place for a chicken coop because it's shielded from the wind, but I think it's a little awkward to try to extend the run where it is,
Sure.
so I want to provide the chickens with a bigger enclosed run. The enclosure is important because of wildlife trying to attack the chickens.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Other things, maybe some barn maintenance. I mean, we did do a lot of rehab in the barn, but there are some challenges with getting the alpacas to use the stalls as intended as bedrooms and not bathrooms. So
Sure.
maybe some adjustments to the barn. And it's very
But
dusty
like
in
no like major projects or anything?
there.
You don't want to get like cows
No.
or more chickens?
No, I mean, I could see us getting maybe a bigger property at some point down the road, but that would be difficult to do in our current full-time jobs. So, maybe when we're older and could transition away from other life activities and spend
Sure.
more time on the farm.
Sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of other life things, should we do the wing?
Number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah. What's number 2? Number 2 is Tropicante, tropical hot sauce.
This is the one I'm actually least excited about.
It's got good stuff in banana, mango, papaya, pineapple. It sounds like a fruit smoothie.
I don't know.
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
You pick one.
Okay. This one's chunky.
That's really good.
It's very vinegary.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to finish that.
So a baby, a house, alpacas, chickens, jobs, etc. There's been a lot of changes in the last 2.5 years. What have been some of the highlights of this time period for you? Like little moments that really stand out in your memory.
Yeah, a lot of things happen over the last few years. I think seeing Veronica walk for the first time is a big highlight. Hearing her laugh when she first laughed for the first time, those were big highlights. Getting the alpacas, the day the alpacas arrived at the farm, that was a big one. Not that this is a great thing that happened, but with baby Luna, our baby alpaca, when I accidentally locked her in with Clementine, not her mother, and didn't realize it, the opening of the stall the next morning and seeing Clementine charge out confused and kind of grumpy about it.
I'm sorry I missed that because Clementine's my favorite, but she was the baby before Luna, so that had to have been disorienting for her.
But that is a highlight because it sticks out and was kind of jarring to me. That was fun. It's just
I think
a fun
it was jarring
moment
for you. Imagine for mama and baby.
Yeah. There were a lot of things around raising little chicken babies, right? Because there was a 3-day weekend, if you recall, where I was checking on them several times a day and night to make sure the little baby chicks had water and food because they could die of dehydration or starvation without a mama hen to show them where the food and water is. So, a lot of highlights.
Good. So, It feels weird to ask this during a chicken wing challenge, but we're not eating chicken.
Right.
So, you are our resident mama hen, as you noticed.
Okay.
And so I'm wondering, I thought that I would be the chicken person, but I had a newborn. So it ended up kind of being foisted upon you.
Yeah.
So as the mother hen, have you discovered anything about chickens that you really love about them? While you think about it, we should eat our wing.
Oh, number
so
3.
This is micro-saucery pico peppers, pico rico, piri-piri style hot sauce.
Sounds good.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Number 3.
Oh, that's got a lot of it.
It's also very vinegary.
Mm-hmm. It's good though. I like the flavor. I like the taste. Sorry, what was the question? It was about chickens.
Anything you've discovered as the mama hen that you really love about chickens? Or were surprised by?
I was surprised that I'd be able to identify the types of clucking.
Interesting. Like how?
When they're upset.
Can you do an impression?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to try?
I hear them in the morning, and I can hear when there's something different or something up. A few times I've seen them, or heard them, sound off, and then could see something was trying to dig into the coop overnight, so they're probably a little freaked out.
Poor babies.
Or they were out of water or food or something like that. So just being able to characterize the hens and how they're sounding on a given morning was surprising to me, because to me, chickens just sound like chickens.
Before you had chickens.
Right.
You don't want to do an impression?
No, I don't want to.
What does a happy hen sound? Because they make really happy noises when we bring them treats.
Yeah. I'm not going to do an impression of a chicken.
Okay.
I will say this, though. I am glad that I had the ability to raise them from baby chicks. I think that as they grow and we evolve the flock, I want to make some adjustments to the run and maybe provide a better space for them overall. I don't think they're neglected. Chickens don't really have that feeling, and they're well fed and watered.
They seem happy.
Yeah, but I think they could have something
More
a little
space.
nicer, or space, with some thought about how to orchestrate them and integrate them in the property.
Well, we have started to free range them in the backyard, but the problem there is hawks, and also we can't let the dog out in the backyard at the same time, and she gets kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they require some thought, unfortunately, moving the coop at some point, which is like 400 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But I do think there's a future where they'll have a little more space.
We will figure it out.
That's right.
Hot Ones Los Calientes Barbacoa Hot Sauce.
Sounds good.
All right. So, should we eat?
Let's do it.
Pick one?
Yeah, I'll take.
You're taking the big... Whoa. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not foreshadowing.
I'll take this one.
Okay. Cheers.
Sure.
Oh, that's yummy.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorites so far. It's less vinegary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's smoky.
Smoky, a little sweet.
Mm-hmm. So one of the questions we get asked a lot when we have open farm days, pardon me talking with my mouth full,
No worries.
is where the name Soul Homestead comes from. And it was a name that you came up with in part because we have this really sunny property, and you also wanted something that tied in with your Puerto Rican heritage.
That's right.
So what is your favorite part, or some of your favorite parts about being Puerto Rican or about Puerto Rican culture?
Music, the salsa music that I listen to a lot when I'm working, when I'm driving. I need a little pick-me-up, particularly in the winter. The food is really, really good. The rice and beans, the platanos, mofongo, etc. And those are all vegetarian dishes, so those are things I can still enjoy.
Well, and your mom's such a good cook.
She's fantastic.
And if our stomachs survive, we get to have your mom's garbanzo tomorrow.
Yeah. So the food's delicious. The music, Yeah, I mean, all that. Those two things specifically bring me back to 25 or 30 years ago with fun family gatherings that stick out in my memory.
Wonderful. Should we roll into number 5?
Let's do it.
So full disclosure, we haven't had milk or water yet. We had to take a pause to throw a log on the fire, but we didn't have any beverage.
Yep.
But this morning we got a box from Heatonist that included a sauce that was the 5th rank on season 16.
Yeah.
And it made us both a little...
Scared?
Scared is too strong a word.
Not for me.
A little nervous. So today's number 5 is Fly by Jing Sichuan Gold. Mm-hmm. A super spicy and extra tingly oil for setting your taste buds alight.
Yeah.
Okay. After you, partner.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. The tingly has me nervous. Oh, that was very oily.
No.
It tastes like good Chinese food, though.
It does. It tastes great.
That's yummy.
I feel like that'd be good in a soup.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's yummy.
That's so good. Yeah, I'm going back for more.
I think I'm okay. Getting a little bit of the heat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad yet.
No, it's good.
This is acceptable. I could enjoy all 5 of these.
Again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you are a manager for a software company.
Yeah.
And you have been a manager at, is it 2 or 3 different software companies now?
4.
4, okay. So one of the things that I find kind of funny about the tech industry is like all of the stuff done to boost team morale. And in a previous job, one of the things they had you do was wear costumes. So at one point you had a spaceman helmet. You had an ostrich costume, which you're 6'1". Mm-hmm. So you in an ostrich costume is really very funny.
Yeah.
Especially because the head came like way up high, even above your head. And then, the heat is starting to come through a little more.
That sticks around for a little bit, right?
And then you had a dinosaur costume as well.
Yeah.
But this was just one of the many ways that you went about boosting your team morale. What do you think are some of the better ways to build morale in a team, whether it's in the tech industry or, any sort of team or partnership? How can you keep the good feelings that make good work happen?
Interesting. A couple of things come to mind. One is to take things that are already part of your daily routine and try to make them fun occasionally.
Okay.
So, for example, we, at a couple of the companies I've worked at, had daily meetings in the morning with the whole team. Everybody talks about what they're working on for the day, etc. That can be really dry.
Sure.
But you can add something like have a rotation where folks choose the walk-in music for everybody for that day.
Sure.
And that gives you an opportunity to talk about and to understand other people's music tastes. It makes it a little fun. So I thought that was a fun enhancement to an otherwise dull requirement. So those kinds of things are fun. During the pandemic, we also had a weekly or fortnightly game hour where it was still a Zoom call, so that's kind of dull. But it's really the only opportunity we had to socialize with each other
Sure.
and do something that's really not work related. So I think those are good things as long as the team's into them. I also think it's important to try to be inclusive and
Sure.
considerate of everybody's needs and desires. Folks may not drink, they might not want to eat out at restaurants or those kinds of things.
Try
So,
hot wings of
Try-
increasingly
Mhm.
spicy flavors.
Yeah, so it's important to try to do fun things that do not put people in awkward and uncomfortable positions, because then it's not fun.
And did you ever have like a team building experience that just like went very badly
Kind of.
without like, invading anyone's privacy with your answer?
Yes. So one of the traditions for new hires at one of the companies I worked at was to welcome them with a box full of small trinkets and tokens that might be valuable to them as they come on board the new company. And one of the traditions was those little airplane-sized bottles of liquor.
Oh, no.
Well, software engineers don't necessarily go to a 4-year college, and some start very young. And we hired a 19-year-old kid who was like, I'm going to keep these back.
Well, that was very virtuous of him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, should we take a break to swap out to the second half?
Yeah, it's feeling a little warm.
Will you be taking any beverages while we swap out the plates?
No, not yet.
Me either.
Okay.
All right.
Six.
6 is Chile Lengua de Fuego. Did I say that right?
Sure. Let me see. Turmeric bomb.
It's got Scotch bonnet and turmeric.
Scotch bonnet pepper mash is the first ingredient, followed by chocolate ghost pepper mash. That sounds scary.
So we're kicking it up a notch.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
I'm a little scared.
It's
gonna be fine.
I like how the wings are getting bigger. As
Yeah,
we
who
progress.
did this? All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
All right. Cheers.
Good luck. Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's
I like it.
like almost curry-like because it's like a thicker consistency.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
It's a little sour.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little ginger in there.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's nice.
All right. We're doing okay, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So at one of your jobs, you had kind of an iconic ID photo moment. And just for those who haven't seen this ID photo, can you just recreate it for me real quick?
To where? To you?
Yeah.
That one?
Now to this camera. And it was, you know, ID photos are generally pretty bad, but it was an excellent ID photo. So people who might have a photo coming up for their driver's license, for work, school, what are some tips for taking a great security badge photo?
Before we get there,
Yeah.
can I tell you a bit about that photo and how it happened?
Yes, please.
Cool. So at this company, they were starting a weekly or monthly newsletter,
Okay.
and they wanted a section that was like an employee spotlight.
Okay.
And so I was interviewed as part of the employee spotlight, and the photographer encouraged me to do something silly for the spotlight. That's where that photo came from.
It was a great photo.
And what made it better for me, so Slack, which is what we all use for asynchronous communication during the workday, when someone types something and drops a message, you can react to it with an emoji like you do in text messages called a reactji. Before I left, they turned that photo into a reactji, and I believe that's still part of the Slack workspace at that company.
That's really funny.
Mm-hmm. Tips for doing a great photo.
Yes.
Loosen up. Be a little silly. Be a little fun. It's not a passport photo where you can't smile or do anything fun or enjoyable. I think it is totally within reason to let your personality fly.
That's awesome. I love it. The spice is really sneaking up on my lips.
Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit.
Yeah, it's like more in my lips than in my mouth.
I think it's a nice smoky burn.
It is.
It's a
really yummy flavor. It's like,
it's not unpleasant.
It's winter. I'm dry. It's like sneaking in like right here. I can feel a little bit in my eardrums.
Yeah. I can see where we're headed though. I'm
Yeah.
not excited about that.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to do something that they do on Hot Ones where we take a little look at your Instagram and we talk about some photos, and I will edit those in so that people can see them.
Sure.
But first, let's...
You want to do the wing first?
Yeah, we're going to do the wing.
All right.
That's how it works, my dude.
Which one's this?
This is... Oh, no. My photos
Oh.
went away.
Cosmic Disco.
Cosmic Disco.
Funkin' hot.
I'm actually really excited about this one. I'm also nervous because I feel like my nose is going to start to run and my face is going to melt off ever so slightly. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. Which one do you want?
Whichever one you don't eat.
All right, let's take this one.
Okay.
Oh, I picked
That's
made the
saucy.
wrong pick.
I'll eat the saucier side of mine
Me too.
to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's really good.
It is really good, but I can.
I feel warm. I feel like it's gonna.
That vinegar comes in pretty quickly.
Yes, it's gonna sneak up on me while I'm trying to talk to you. I can tell. All right, so this is our first photo. Can you explain to me? We're looking at a llama dressed as Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Can you explain to me what's going on here?
Yes. Wow. So llamas are pack animals,
Yes.
and were pack animals in mining towns like Fairplay in Colorado for many years. Every summer, there is a festival called Llama Rama. Actually, I think it's called Burro Days, but there's a section called Llama Rama where they celebrate llamas as pack animals, and there is a race, a 5K race where teams of humans and llamas together. Wow, that's hot. Run a race, and there is a competition for best team attire. So the llama and the humans are dressed as Supreme Court justices. Yeah, so here's what happened. Those first 6, it was, that's great. That took a turn.
It's like it's in my gum line, and every time I take my tongue across it to try to soothe that, and it's in my ears.
Yeah, I'm going milk. I'm not...
All right. You
that helps a lot.
You jump, I jump, Jack. All right, so tell me about this one. So you're doing hurdler's pose in yoga.
Yeah. Let me need some more of that.
We took milk from our toddler.
It's almost like taking candy from a baby.
Almost.
So this was summer 2018. In winter.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2018. I started going to yoga classes, and I'm with you at a studio that you.
In Chicago.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We're screwed.
Whew. At a studio in Chicago while we were on vacation,
Yes.
visiting my parents. That pose took me a long time to figure out how to get into. I was very proud of it.
All right, one more. Maybe 2 more. All right. What's going on here? This is a little dog with its paw up on you.
That dog's name is Freddie.
Is it really its name is Freddie?
I don't know.
I can't remember either. I think it was.
I think it might have been its real name. Wow, this is intense. Ooh.
You're sweating.
I am. Yeah, I gotta dab off.
Be careful around the eyes.
Thank you. Okay, Freddie was at a bar we were at in Paris, Belgium.
Belgium.
Mm-hmm. We were having a couple of beers, and this was the bar dog just running around begging from every human, and he was super cute.
He was super cute. All right, and then last one. What's going on here? So it looks like you're about to cry over
I did cry.
a sandwich. So what's the story here?
In 2016, we took a trip to Paris and Belgium. I was really excited about Belgium. Begrudgingly went to Paris and fell in love with the city. Fell specifically with their ham sandwiches. Yeah,
Which are in Paris are called
jambon bar.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Beurre.
Beurre, thank you.
I think. It's
They
been
were
a while
delicious.
since high school French.
Yeah, I loved them. And then we went home, and I think I was going to ever have that experience again. And so when we decided to go back to Paris in 2018, that's what I was looking forward to. And so this was the build-up and realization of a months-long anticipation. And it was very emotional for me. Also, we were jet lagged, I was tired.
Yeah, it was a tiring day.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, you did not cry when you saw me on our wedding day, but you cried over this sandwich.
Sorry. That doesn't mean that I love the sandwich more than you.
I would hope not. Alright, it's going to be okay. Next is the bomb, and I am scared, and I don't want to do it.
Me too. Do we have tissues? I'm going to need them.
Yes, we do. Okay, so next is the bomb, which is notoriously puzzlingly, because it's number 8, the worst.
Yeah. Let's do it.
It's not too late to tap out.
No, let's do it. Come on.
All right. For you, I mean.
Oh, yeah. That smells so bad.
I'm scared.
Ready?
No.
Mm-hmm. Wow, right away.
I feel like I took a little bite. I don't want to be I feel like I just had an out-of-body experience.
Okay. Okay.
I weirdly feel like this was worse
So far.
so far. That's right. It could
It's
creep.
building.
Okay. So, in high school, you played Gaston in the high school production of Beauty and the Beast, which was it's in my gum line again, and then it was an abrupt transition away from playing football and other sports that year, and you just went rogue and joined the theater production. Do you feel like that experience, performing, transitioning to a different activity, prepared you in any way for adult life or for your career?
What? The expression what?
Do you feel like making the sudden shift, it was kind of a snap decision, wasn't it? To quit football and play Gaston and the musical instead. Do you feel like that experience prepared you in any way for your career or other areas of your life?
I can't even talk. Yes. It's not getting better. Oh man. How is it still building? You seem to be going great.
It's like there's this one pocket. I don't know if it's my timid like approach. It feels like it's all ending up in my gum line, and so it's like there's this one burning spot on my face, and if I can just ignore it and not like try to get rid of it with my tongue, which spreads the fire, I'm okay.
My whole mouth.
You okay?
Yeah, I think it helped me challenge my assumptions because I really didn't think theater was for me. Challenge my assumptions about what I could do and what sorts of communities I could participate in and enjoy.
You were great. So I've heard. I've only seen pictures. Can you give us a few bars of Kill the Beast?
It's a bad time to ask me.
I've asked before and you said no, so I thought maybe I could catch you off guard and...
Okay. No. I think I'm over the hump on that one.
Okay.
The other thing, you mentioned that it was abrupt. Here's the thing. I didn't audition between sports. I auditioned in the middle of the season.
Which season?
Track.
Okay.
Track season has an indoor and outdoor season, and at the indoor, after the indoor conference meet, the whole team went out to dinner. One of my teammates, who also ran long distance like I do, mentioned that his brother was auditioning for Beauty and the Beast, and I thought, huh. And one of the guys said, "Oh, you could be Gaston," and that kind of got the bug in my ear. And then I talked to a friend of mine who had been doing theater all 4 years, and she said, "Oh yeah, can I help you get ready for the audition?" And she did. It was great.
Oh.
And also really frustrating for my coaches, I think, because I just quit track in the middle of the season.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they loved it.
Yeah, they did not hide their disdain. Wow.
I laughed, swallowed, and now it's in my throat.
Okay, I think I'm okay.
All right. You're doing great.
Ready to move on?
Yeah.
What's next?
Hold on. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Allegedly over the hump, having done the bomb. So I'm actually really excited for this next one, especially now that we're done with the bomb.
Yeah.
So this one, number 9, is unique garlic. Distributed by Pucker Butt Pepper Company. Smokin' Ed's world famous peppers. Unique garlic.
One of these has noticeably more.
Which one?
This one. I'll take it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna
No, I'm good.
jump on that for you, but
No, that's fine.
okay.
Wow.
It smells good. It smells really good. Oh, that's yummy.
That is.
So what's your favorite thing about alpacas?
I think they're delightful to observe. They're kind of weird looking.
Mm-hmm.
They move weird.
Mm-hmm.
They're very curious. That holistic image brings me joy.
Do you have a favorite alpaca on our farm?
Mora.
Why?
She's got a lot of attitude, and she's not the smartest alpaca we have.
Mm-mm.
And there's something endearing to me about that combination of confidence and not being very smart in an alpaca. Whoa. That's hot.
It is hot. Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You ready?
No. Let's just do it.
All
Last
right.
one.
So it's a hot one's tradition. But that,
Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, no.
How? That on the last... that on the last one you do a little dab. You don't have to. All
I give me that.
right. So this one is number 10. Last dab, Apollo. I'm regretting that second bite on the last one.
With 2 bites?
Made with the Apollo pepper. Holy shit. My ears are ringing. All right. My friend, I'm starting to sweat too.
Ready?
Oh, God.
Let's do it.
Hold on. Oh, you finished all the milk.
Yeah. Cheers. Oh, I got part of your dab.
Okay. So you get really into your hobbies, French baking, cycling, yoga, whatever you're doing it like all out.
Does this count?
Yeah, it does. I gotta look at my cheat sheet. Is there a skill you've picked up through all of those hobbies that you're really proud of?
Going all in on hobbies means that for a lot of different things, I've gone from complete beginner to competent, in some cases more than competent. become comfortable with being a beginner and pushing through to a level I'm comfortable with.
That's a great skill.
Yeah.
I struggle with that, and I love that you're so comfortable with that, and I love the results of your French baking hobby too. All right, my dude, you did it.
Woo!
This camera. What do you got going on?
Well, we've got 2 alpaca babies coming in the fall. I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to go take a milk bath. Sorry about that. That's it. Thanks for doing this with me.
You got it, dude.
This is great.
Love you.
Love you too.
I got some bad news.
What?
We weren't recording that last one. You gotta do it again.
I can see your line.
All right, thanks, bud.
Thank you.